Rachel, the invitation that I sent out was returned to me. Did you move? If you did, can't believe that you didn't tell me.
Who is this? Oh, Kayla? Are you talking about the wedding invitation?
Yes, I sent it to everyone from our middle school, but some people's invitations returned to me, including you.
What are you talking about? Mine came and I replied?
What?
I circled attend. It didn't come yet?
No.
Maybe it was sent to my old address.
Maybe. Oh, but whatever. You already replied, so it doesn't matter. Wow, I need to tell the person who's in charge of this to be careful.
Oh, you're not doing this by yourself?
Oh, of course not. It's too much work. So that's why I asked someone else and my cousin to do it.
Melissa?
Yes. How do you know her?
She was in my sport team in middle school. Seems like you still treat her like shit.
So what? She should be lucky that I talked to her. Dad also said that I can treat her however I want since we're related. In fact, I'm going to be a boss's wife, so I need to get used to this.
You have no right to act that way. What is wrong with you?
Stop being jealous. Anyway, see you at the wedding.
I'm not jealous at all, but yeah, I will be there.
Great, see you there. Just want to make this clear, but please don't be an embarrassment.
Okay.
Please promise, I'm going to be marrying a business owner, okay? You should be thankful that I invited you. Don't be trying to hook up with rich men or eat like a pig.
Don't worry about that. I've been to weddings before, so...
You better be careful. Oh, one more thing. I am giving you permission to talk with my fiancé's rich, high-class friends, which you will never meet in your life, so I want you to give me more than $2,000 for the wedding money gift.
Are you serious?
Yes? What, is there a problem?
I heard that you told the rest of the guests to pay $2,000 also. I just want to say that the average is about $300. Stop being so greedy. What will happen if your fiancé hears about this?
All I'm saying is that you guys need to pay me that much because I'm letting you low-class people meet high-class people. So if you have time to complain, you should think about how to save up that money.
Okay. Oh, just wanted to say that there's going to be a big surprise at the wedding.
Huh?
I'm so excited!
Wait, is there going to be a surprise?
We'll see.
Hi, Rachel. It's Melissa. How are you?
Melissa, I'm doing good. How about you?
Apologies for the wedding invitation. Looks like I sent you two by accident.
Oh, no problem. I didn't tell Kayla my new address, so it's my fault. Are you okay with everything?
Maybe? I actually need to start making the welcome board for the wedding.
Do you need help with that?
Not for now, thanks. But if I need help, I will let you know.
Okay. If you need something, feel free to message me.
Thanks.
I think Kayla will shut up after what's about to happen at the wedding.
What's going to happen?
You'll see.
Rachel, are you here?
Yes. Congrats on your wedding.
Thanks. You didn't forget to bring the $2,000, right?
Why are you asking me this now?
Oh, was it too much for you? Then that means you can't talk to anyone. Oh, I feel so bad for you because you just ruined your chance to meet someone who's high class unlike you. I'm not the bad guy because all you had to do was bring me the $2,000.
It's okay. I have a fiancé, so I really don't care.
What?
About the money, I did bring it to you as business partner, so maybe you can check that later?
What? Business partner? Wait, why are you invited from my fiancé's side?
Please don't tell me that you just checked the guest list.
Whatever. I asked him and said it was you. Why do you have a different last name?
I think you know that I was raised by a single mom, right? She got remarried, so my last name changed.
What?
My dad owns a company, and I'm training to become the next CEO.
CEO? Wait, your last name seems familiar to me. Is it the parent company of my fiancé's?
That is what it says on the seating chart. Didn't you see it?
For real?
Yeah. So that's why I'm on his guest list.
What? Why the hell didn't Melissa tell me?
I don't know. Speaking of Melissa, I don't see her. Is she coming?
You're kidding me, right? Oh my god!
What happened?
Melissa decided not to show up.
What do you mean?
I just called her and she said that she's at the airport with her parents.
Oh, really?
Is she serious?
Didn't you hear that her fiancé was assigned to the branch office overseas?
What? Fiancé? She's engaged?
Yep. I was surprised when she told me. My dad told me that someone from the Overseas Operations Division was assigned overseas, and it was actually Melissa's fiancé. Funny, right?
What?
He took the opportunity to propose to her, which she, of course, said yes to, and decided to follow him overseas with her parents. I think she also said that she's going to live there permanently.
She never told me about this.
If I'm not wrong, I think she's leaving today.
How can that geek have a fiancé? Like, overseas? What? How? What?
Oh my god, what now?
Only 1/5 of the people who I invited can make it.
Wow, you also didn't know about this?
I just found out that there were cancellations one after the other. Why didn't Melissa tell me about this?
Damn, Melissa is a G.
It's not funny. What is wrong with her? Ugh, can't believe my wedding was canceled and he called off the engagement. I don't deserve this.
Are you going to blame Melissa for this?
Yes, it's her fault.
No it's not. She was letting you know the attendees for the wedding, but you weren't listening.
What did you say?
You heard me. Oh, Melissa told me that your ex was her friend's boyfriend, and also looks like you stole her boyfriend twice before.
I just thought that it's wrong for someone like Melissa to have a boyfriend, so that's why I stole them.
You've also done this to your coworkers and your friends, right? Your actions make people get disgusted with you. Have you not realized that? Your ex's parents were suspicious with your relationship with people, by the way. They asked me, and I told them that you wanted people to give you more than $2,000 for the wedding money gift, and how you called us low class.
You told them? Why?
What do you mean, why? I just told them the truth.
What?
They're pissed.
Ugh.
Also, looks like you were cheating this whole time?
There's a reason for that.
Everything you've done is the reason why your engagement was called off.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Stop acting like you're better than me. Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for your dad, you would not be anywhere you are today. You just got lucky.
Lucky, huh? Do you always need to think things so negatively? If you keep on doing that, your life will be miserable.
I said shut up.
Okay, then I guess I will shut up and block you.
What?
Didn't you just tell me to shut up? That's exactly what I'm going to do.
No, that's not what I meant.
Then what?
To be honest, I need your help.
Nope. Sorry. Bye.
Rachel, please.
I contacted Melissa, and she told me that she cut ties with Kayla and is living a happy life. On the other hand, Kayla is paying for the canceled wedding fee plus compensation for the broken engagement. Even though she needs help, she has no one, including her parents, to reach out to, so she sold her house. But she didn't have enough money, so she got into debt. Today, she's living somewhere in a small apartment, working, still buried with debt, but I heard that she found a guy and was able to pay it all off. However, that guy was someone's spy, and you guessed it, it caused trouble and made her be in debt again. She now has trust issues. Karma is a bitch.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson. This is Cindy Malone at the office. I'm calling to inform you that it has been 3 hours since work has begun. May I ask what the problem is? Are you at home or are you on your way here?
Please, stop with the jabbering. I don't need this so early in the morning. The damn phone's been beeping all morning. Knock it off, would ya?
I want to say the same to you, sir. You do realize that it's Tuesday, a work day. You're supposed to be at your desk at 8:30. We have not received any kind of notice or request for a holiday. So I ask again, where are you and why aren't you here?
Where do you think I am? I'm at home. I drank a wee bit too much last night. I have the worst hangover you can imagine. How do you expect me to work? Seems glaringly obvious that if I'm not there by now, I'm not coming in at all. Use your head.
Sorry, but I'm not clairvoyant. How am I supposed to know when you're coming in?
I've got a splitting headache. Rambling on is making it worse. Anyways, I'm taking the day off. Does that answer your question?
Mr. Johnson, this is really not appropriate. You only joined the company 3 days ago. There are consequences for your actions. You missed the first day of work. On the second day, you were an hour late and a no-show today. You're taking the day off without permission because you have a hangover? That's not how things work, Mr. Johnson. I've been trained to educate you these past few days when you're here, but all I get is tongue-in-cheek answers.
I'm at home with a headache.
Do you even want to work here? Why do you even bother?
Of course I want to work. If I really buckle down and start working, you'll be blown away. I'll start earning the company millions in no time. I'm sure you already know, but I had my own company before I let you guys hire me. I was a phenomenal CEO of my own company. Don't you forget that. The president of your company asked me to join, knowing full well what I had accomplished. I have connections to the president that you cannot even fathom.
Yes, I know. You've mentioned that until I was blue in the face.
So you know the potential I have. But despite these well-established facts, I get assigned to a mere branch office and not the main headquarters? What's up with that? In the bargain, I get you, Cindy was it, a novice to educate me. Educate me on what? I don't need education. I should be educating you. What are you, like 25 or 26? What worldly experience do you have? And you expect me to nod my head and goose step to your every command. You got another thing coming, young woman. I'm someone on a completely different level from you.
I see. Then I would appreciate it, sir, if you could first generate millions for us. Then get yourself transferred to headquarters. But first, would you mind coming to the office to get the ball rolling?
Like I said, young lady, I'm taking the day off. I'm not my full potential yet, el comprendo? And just so you know, the work you guys are doing is second banana stuff. With my level of expertise, it's like chalk and cheese. I was the CEO of a major company. Don't you forget that. I'm more inclined to command people, not be commanded. You guys need to pay me a 6-figure salary if you're going to retain my services.
If that's the kind of position you ultimately want, I suggest you come to the office and go through the basic training like everyone else. After that, you can do as you please. If you don't do that, all this talk of making millions and this otherworldly business expertise is simply just talk.
Put a sock in it, girl. Don't give me that cheeky attitude. You really think you can get away with talking to someone way above your pay grade?
I'm not so sure about that. You are twice as old as me, but by company standards, I am your superior. That would make you my subordinate.
I don't and will not accept a woman as my superior. Please, I don't want to hear any more of your claptrap BS.
I take it by BS you're referring to substantiated claims. That's all I'm hearing from you. If you feel such an aversion towards a woman as your immediate boss, I urge you to go the whole 9 yards and show us you can produce results. Then people might take you seriously. I take it you'll be in by 8:30 tomorrow, right? The after effects of your hangover won't last till tomorrow, will it?
Yeah, you want me there. I'll be there.
That's all I wanted to hear. Please don't be late. Mr. Johnson, your break time ended 15 minutes ago. It would be nice if you could get back to your desk right this minute. What are you up to now?
What do you think I'm up to? I'm working. I'm outside making the rounds. How do you expect to conduct business without meeting clients face to face? Call it a fishing expedition. I'll snag us a huge whopper of a customer by the end of the day. Just sit back and watch the maestro at work.
Excuse me? Making the rounds? You haven't even been assigned to a section yet. Besides, we're still in the middle of your training process. For your information, you're way behind the other new employees. Just get back here and back for the next session. I suggest you put that fishing reel down and get back to the office, Mr. Johnson.
Like I said, I'm making my rounds. I'm at a client's place as we speak.
Really? At a client's place, huh? Seems kinda strange. The client works right smack in the middle of that red light district down by 6th Street.
Pardon me?
I see that you took the company car without permission. The car was supposed to pick up a client at the airport. We had to arrange a hire on short notice. I had the car checked out. I'm sure you're aware that the car has GPS. All I do is switch on the tracker and there you are. Nice little bar to conduct business. Besides, should you really be drinking and driving?
What's a GPS device doing on the car? That's a complete disregard of my privacy.
A company car is not for private use, so that thinking won't fly. For a few drinks using the company car in the middle of a work week does not look good, Mr. Johnson. Did you need a drink so bad that you skipped out on your work training and made up this preposterous lie?
Shut your damn mouth. You don't know anything. I'm just letting off some steam. That's all.
Was there any buildup of steam to begin with? If you're drinking, please leave the car there. A staff member will go and pick it up. You'll drive it back to the office and I'll drive you back home in my car. I'll just mark you down as taking the rest of the day off. You okay with that?
That means you're coming to my house, huh? While you're there, would you mind cleaning the place up a bit? The place is a pigsty.
Are you being serious? I'm not your maid, Mr. Johnson.
You're not? Funny that. Laundry's piled up and the kitchen sink looks like a shipwreck. Spotted a couple of huge cockroaches in the kitchen last night. How the hell am I supposed to eat and sleep in a dump like that? I'd be mighty grateful if you'd do that for me. Oh, yeah, could you also take my suits to the dry cleaners too? You do that, and I may even stay for the training session tomorrow.
I'm sure I'll just get a lame excuse, but why the hell would I clean your place?
Huh? Excuse me? You're a woman, right? Women can do basic cleaning stuff, right? Or didn't your mom ever teach you? My wife's at her folks' place now, so I got nobody to tidy up the place, so do me a favor just this once. Oh, while you're at it, make some lunch for me too. I'm starving. I'm getting sick of this fast food crap. You're probably not a very good cook, but don't fret. I'll make short order of it. Oh, better yet, make enough for about a week and leave it in the fridge. My wife should be back by then. If not, come back and make some more next week.
Oh, what an enticing offer. Can I really cook and clean for you, sir? But I must decline. I have no intention of getting involved in your personal matters, thank you. To be honest, after your vivid description, I have no inclination to even see the place. Besides, I'm too busy to waste my time with you. After I drop you off at your place, I plan to return to the office.
What? Come on. You're going to be there anyways. I can't believe you're that busy. Why be so petty? All right then, I'll do you a little favor. You're a little plain looking, but you seem to have a nice shapely body. Do you want to see what heaven is like? I bet no guy even gives you a second glance. Bet the frustration level's about reached its peak, am I right?
I have no desire to see heaven. And that comment you just made, it's simply inexcusable. I have you on record saying that, so expect consequences. You know what? I changed my mind. I'll have a male employee pick up the car and take you home.
What is this pussyfooting around everything I say? You're getting on my nerves, girl.
I was just going to say the same thing to you.
Like I said, I have connections with the company CEO. You really want to take that tone with me? One word from me, and you'll be sorting mail in the basement. I offer to do you a favor. A plain Jane like you needs all the help you can get. That's the one thing I can't stand more than anything else. A young babe looking down her nose at me, giving me orders? You're just not the kind of person I like.
I don't really care if you like me or not, Mr. Johnson. And I don't give a tinker's damn about your so-called connections. You're just another new employee, and I'm your boss. What more is there to say? My job is to teach you the basics of this company, that's all.
Don't give me that high and mighty crap. I used to be a company president, you know? You have no right to order me around. All you women have to do is obey my every command. End of discussion. What I want you to do is treat me as the president of this pathetic branch office. Then I will show you what I'm made of. You refuse to acknowledge me and you're gone. I don't mean the mailroom either. You're finished.
Sounds like you've had one too many drinks, Mr. Johnson. You know what? I'd like to see that.
See what?
I'd like to see you fire me. I'm okay with it. Go ahead, try it. I think it's futile, though.
You really mean it? All right, you said it, not me. Get ready for the blowback. I can just see you on your hands and knees in front of the entire company, begging for my forgiveness. You brought this on yourself. Hey, Malone, where the hell are you? Why aren't you at the office? So you just decided to go AWOL?
I announced to everyone that I would be traveling to headquarters today. Everyone else knows about it. Didn't you check the daily schedule? Or did you have one too much to drink and forgot all about it?
So you're at headquarters today, huh? That means they already heard about your little abhorrent treatment of me, huh? They're going to give you a real dressing due, girl. Is it the mailroom or is it goodbye for good?
I'm sorry, but what exactly did I do?
Please, don't act so innocent. The office entrance is stacked high with your stuff, the little toys that you ordered.
What are you talking about? Toys?
Not your ordinary child's toy either. More of a toy that's geared towards adults, if you get my point. I ordered 30 of them in your name to be delivered to the office. Wow, 30 of those things? Man, you must really be yearning for a little companionship.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No use trying to deny the facts. Those things were ordered from your PC using your credit card. It's beyond question that you ordered them. How could you order such obscene products? And to the office? Sheesh. And did you even have any concern for the other staff members? How embarrassed they would be. I can't see how you're gonna worm your way out of this mess. The only option I can think of right off the top of my head is, resign.
Are you finished, Mr. Johnson? Let me ask you something. Did you know that there is a security camera in the women's break room?
Huh? Excuse me?
There is one outside and one inside. And luck would have it that the camera has a clear view of my locker. If anybody goes in there and sneaks around, the camera would capture the whole thing. Oh yeah, my desk PC also has a camera attached to it. That means if anyone sneaks into my locker, swipes my desk key, scrounges around to my desk to get my credit card and messes with the PC, all as that is recorded for all to see.
Huh? Wait a sec. That doesn't prove anything. I have no idea what you're talking about anyway.
Really? What I'm saying is, I know all about your little scheme. You went to the CEO to try and get me fired, but he threw cold water on that pretty quick, right? And you had no other option but to use one of your dirty tricks for revenge. To be honest, it's a pretty pathetic little scheme you concocted. Not in very good taste, even for you.
Are you trying to tell me that I did this?
That's right. You did, didn't you? Why am I even asking you? The proof is in the pudding, as they say. We have video evidence of you going about your merry way. There's also footage of you ordering those toys on my PC. We also have witnesses that saw you snooping around my desk. And besides the toys sent to the office, you had other stuff sent to your home. You seem to have ordered quite a bit. Let's see here. Food, brand goods, of course alcoholic beverages of various types. It wasn't enough that you ordered that stuff to frame me, but you couldn't resist stealing a little for yourself, it seems.
What's this about? I really have no inkling about what you're saying. Stop trying to frame me for some made-up crime.
If you order anything on my PC, a verification mail comes to my smartphone too. There is evidence that you sent the said items to your address. There is enough evidence here that you cannot refute.
You little shit!
While we're on the subject, There was something that I was asked to convey to you from headquarters. You've been fired.
Wait, what?
You've been let go. Fired. We all know what you did several days ago. That's why I was at headquarters today. I just finished submitting my report and all the evidence. That report also included your attitude since starting at this company. The company lawyer will be contacting you later in the week to discuss compensation for damages. You can gather up your stuff at your desk and in your locker and go home. No need to return, of course. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
Hold on a second. Why am I getting fired for God's sakes? What? I did nothing. What's the big deal anyway?
You really think stealing someone's credit card and using it without permission is not a big deal? Snooping around the ladies' locker room? That's a pretty serious and immoral act. Oh, and that credit card? That's got my name on it, but that's a corporate credit card. Truth be told, that's pure and simple fraud.
How was I supposed to know that?
I usually don't carry it around with me, but I took it out of the safe for use on the next bus trip, and you happened to find it. What can I say? I really didn't expect you to steal it and use it like you did. I don't see how you're going to take responsibility for what you did. The only option I see for you at this point is for you to quit and pay your debts.
You conniving little floozy! You put me up to this! You set this whole thing up to trap me?
I really don't appreciate such false accusations. You dug your own trap and fell right into it. This is all of your own doing.
Who the hell do you think I am? I used to be the president of a large and successful corporation. I have connections with the CEO of this company. You have no right to talk to me that way.
Yes, I've heard it a million times. As per your description, I wouldn't use the word successful. I would use much more fitting words like fraud, bankruptcy, embezzlement, misuse of funds, breach of contract. Shall I go on? A former president of a bankrupt company. Yes, I heard it a million times. You sold your home and all your assets and just barely avoided jail time. And you're up to your eyelids in debt, isn't that right? I also heard you're still struggling to pay off the salaries of your former employees.
How did you know?
The company was actually doing quite well for decades, but once you took over as president, the downward spiral began and would not stop. I'm not sure of the reason why it went bankrupt, but I really don't have a hard time deducing why. You do have tremendous business skills. The skills to drive a company into the ground, that is.
Where the hell did you hear all this? Who told you?
Who? Let's see. Who could that be? Maybe you're talking about my grandfather?
What's your grandfather have to do with any of this? And why would he even know about me?
I thought you knew my grandfather. You said you had connections to him.
Connections? What are you talking about? No way.
My grandfather is the president of this branch office. And my father is the CEO of the company itself.
Wait, what? No way. You're related to the president? Your father is the CEO's daughter?
You know, I never thought of myself as the CEO's daughter, just another employee. I didn't get any help from my father to land this position. I worked my way up through the ranks all by myself. Pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. I never wanted any of the trappings of a company CEO. I even used an alias while working. Most don't even know I'm the daughter of the CEO, and I want to keep it that way. You're a battlefield mine.
A mine? Me? What are you talking about?
They purposefully made me handle you, thinking I would get totally duped and self-destruct, like stepping on a mine. You were the perfect motivating force. I proved myself by seeing through your scheme and thwarting your every move. The company tested me. They wanted to know how far I would go to protect the company. I passed with flying colors.
Are you serious?
Why would I be tasked with some guy twice my age with a history of bankruptcy and fraud? And about you having connections with my father? All you did was beg a former client of yours to introduce you to my father. I don't know what you had on the guy, but he reluctantly hired you.
How do you even know all of this? If you know that much, then maybe we can work something out. Please, talk to your father about rethinking my position. Please, I need this job. And what you said about that client, I do know some things about this company. Maybe some things you don't want known.
Let me stop you right there. My father nor my grandfather had anything to do with firing you. That was all my decision.
Excuse me? You fired me?
I'm your immediate superior. I have the power to fire you when and where I see fit. All I did was submit the report to the head office and convey to them that I fired you. That's all. Both my father and grandfather gave me full authority to carry out my duties, so I did. They told me I could do however I pleased with you. Fire you, demote you, even promote you if that was the case.
I can't believe this. This is not happening. I need this job. I can't get fired. With no job, how am I supposed to pay off my debts?
That does not concern me. You created that debt, every penny of it. Figure it out yourself. If you're so in need of a job, why didn't you just work to make it work? You had the chance.
That's easy for you to say. I need this job. You can't fire me on the spot.
If you're thinking of what you said earlier about that client of yours, the one you said knows some company secrets, he works at the head office now. He's my father's assistant.
Seriously?
I doubt he'll have anything bad to say about the company.
Well, you have to give employees 30 days advance notice. That's even when you fire someone on the spot. Firing me on the spot is illegal. I could take you to court.
You do know your business rules, I'll give you that. Figures, you were a company president once. But sorry to burst your bubble, Mr. Johnson. You've only been with us for 10 days. I think the minimum is 14 days. That means you're being asked to resign while in training, not as an official employee. As a trainee, this 30-day advance notice does not apply. I'm surprised you didn't know these rules.
Wait a sec, what?
As that is the case, I ask that you leave all the company property as is and only take your personal belongings. Once that's done, the security guard will escort you out. It was a pleasure working with you, Mr. Johnson. Good luck on your endeavors going forward.
Please, give me one more chance. I'll change. I'll become a different person. I'll do anything you ask. I'll return all the stuff I ordered and pay for all and any damages I incurred. So please, give me another chance. Please.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. You had plenty of chances along the way. I'm out of chances to give you.
Please, you have to believe me. One more chance, that's all I ask.
No, sorry. You're asking the impossible. Your tone and attitude even now is questionable. You sound more like you're demanding that I give you a chance. When will you ever learn, Mr. Johnson? I wonder.
No. You got me all wrong, Miss Cindy. I beg of you to reconsider.
A little too late, don't you think? I don't want to see you there when I get back. I'll ask security to make sure of it. To be honest, I'm really not in the mood to see your face. Sorry to be so blunt. Goodbye, Mr. Johnson. A few minutes later, several security personnel arrived and escorted Mr. Johnson out of the building along with his personal belongings and 5 or 6 boxes of his so-called toys. Once in front of the building, he had nowhere to go and sat there on his boxes of toys like some street vendor hawking his goods. Eventually, the police showed up, threatening to arrest him for setting up shop without the proper permit. He somehow got his boxes into a cab and apparently made his way home. During the next couple of weeks, he tried every trick in the book to convince my father and grandfather to reconsider to no avail. He even sat outside the office and tried ambushing me. I managed to avoid him and, through my lawyer, demanded that he pay for the damages he's caused. He was now inundated with a considerable amount of debt in addition to his existing ones. His wife apparently had enough of him and filed for divorce. With no way to pay the debt, he borrowed from some very disreputable moneylenders. I heard he was on the run trying to avoid these guys. Apparently, he was caught and forced to work as a dockhand at some shipyard. He's already in his mid-50s, so I'm sure it isn't an easy life. He signed his own death warrant, in my opinion. I have zero compassion for the guy after how he treated me. As a matter of fact, it took me quite some time to clean up the mess he left behind. But in spite of all that occurred, I was able to complete the training for the other new employees and send them on their way. It was a long 10 days of being taken advantage of. To be honest, it was emotionally exhausting to say the least. But my father and grandfather commended me for a job well done and awarded me with a more than expected summer bonus. All my troubles went out the window after that. Now that everything is back to normal, I plan to take over as CEO of this company someday. To do that, I need to put my heart and soul into it.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, you there, Travis? You should still be at the office about now, right? I have some work I want you to finish up by today. I put all the data into the cloud file. Start on it as soon as you're back at your desk. You got that?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson. But to be honest, it's kind of hard for me to accept that assignment, sir. I'm already set to head straight home today. I mentioned it yesterday about not being able to work late today.
Are you serious? You already finished work? Well, that's all out the window. Sorry, work comes before play. Just get it done, Travis. Got that? What's more important to you? Your career? Or some video games waiting for you at home? Get to work! The work I just assigned you involves the president's meeting set for tomorrow morning. If you don't get this done, it will certainly affect your career.
Wasn't that the presentation documents that the section chief assigned to you? I was there during the meeting. Don't you remember?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to say that both me and the chief have already left for the day, so that leaves you to take care of things.
Really? Can't you get someone else?
Like I said, this is material that's needed for the president's meeting tomorrow morning. I don't have to tell you how important that meeting is now, do I? Besides, there's nobody left at the office now. Except you, of course. If you don't get this done by tonight, and I'm telling you, Travis, your future is sure going to look bleak as hell.
I don't know how much longer I can bear this. Do you realize that I've been working overtime until midnight for the last 2 months? There were even days I ended up working all night and continued throughout the next day.
Yeah? So what? Everyone does overtime on occasion. You're not the only one.
It's just that I've really reached my limit. I don't know how much longer I can continue.
Come on, Travis. You're not a kid anymore. What's with the victim mentality? You work for this company, and we pay you a salary, for God's sake. Stop whining and get to work, would ya? The longer you wait, the longer you won't be able to go home.
Yes, Mr. Johnson. I'll get on it right away.
Hey, Travis. I know you're working overtime again tonight, but I had to talk to you.
Oh, hey, Sandy. Yeah, can you believe it?
Is your boss forcing work on you again? You keep this up and you'll get burned out sooner or later. This can't last.
Yeah, well, I just can't seem to get out of it.
This whole mess, it's all completely my fault, right? I'm really sorry. It really was not my intention.
What are you saying? This is not your fault, Sandy. It was all Mr. Johnson and that section chief, Mr. Blaine's fault. They should never have hit on you like that.
Yeah, well, I suppose so, but you reported them to HR, and after a while, the top brass reprimanded them for how they were treating their staff members. Not really naming you specifically, but they knew, of course. Well, long story short, I was forced to resign. Isn't this whole mess making you work late hours payback for, as they would probably put it, snitching on them, right? I know you tried putting in a request for transfer to another department and even another branch office, but there's no guarantee when that will happen.
I'm really sorry I got you into this mess, Sandy.
Please, Travis, don't worry about me. I'm fine. It's you I'm worried about. Just don't push yourself too hard. I don't want you overdoing things. Just so you know, I'm working too, and you can just quit and find a new job. You've got plenty of potential. My dad was really worried too. Hey, Travis, you okay? Have we been cut off or something? Are you seeing this text? What's up? Are you there? Did something come up? Are you back working? Travis, answer me.
Hey, Travis, you seeing this? I heard you were taken to the hospital. What the hell are you doing? You just dumped that work I assigned you. Those documents for the president's meeting today. Are you out of your mind? You really think this kind of scare tactic is gonna change anything? I mean, calling an ambulance while working overtime. Trying to highlight your ill treatment or something? Well, it isn't gonna work, buddy. According to the doctor, they say it's exhaustion. More like weakness, if you ask me. How can you become exhausted just for working a few nights of overtime? Stop your belly aching, Travis. You're such a fuss spot. Get a good night's sleep, and you'll be fine, for God's sake. It's my job as your immediate superior to discipline irresponsible employees like you. Show you how things are done around here. I'll stop by the hospital tomorrow morning with your laptop. If you don't want to get fired, I suggest you get to work, buddy.
Hello, Mr. Johnston. It's been quite some time, hasn't it?
Hasn't been long at all. Something wrong up there? You in the psych ward or something? We just talked at the office yesterday.
This is Sandy, Travis's wife. You remember me, right?
Say again? Sandy?
Yes, I don't know your line address, so I'm replying to you on my husband's phone. I hope you don't mind.
Sandy, I didn't expect to hear from you. You took me a bit off guard there. I didn't realize you were so impatient to talk to me. I don't blame you. So, I guess you thought it over and came to the conclusion that I was the better option, huh? Kinda late for that, but still. Aren't you a little worried of leaving a record of our intimate conversation on your husband's phone? Not worried of the consequence, huh? Which means...
Would you stop forcing my husband to work every night?
Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not forcing anybody to do anything.
That ambulance? That was all my doing. I called them last night.
You called them? Why'd you go and do that?
I was conversing with him through line last night when it suddenly went dead. I couldn't get a response from him after that. I was extremely worried. I called security and asked them to check out his office on the 3rd floor where he was working late last night. After some time, they made the rounds and a security guard found my husband on the floor, passed out cold.
Wait a sec. I was not aware of that. This is not my fault, you got that? Don't blame this on me. The only reason he was working late is because he's slow. He's always taking a break and wasting precious time. He's got to work overtime. It's his own damn fault.
Do you really expect me to believe you and Mr. Blaine? The two guys who were joking about sharing me? How can I trust what you guys say?
You're not blabbing about this nonsense to other people at the office, are you? We don't need groundless rumors spreading.
I've refrained from expressing my true opinion regarding how you've treated us, but this has gone far enough. I know this is all about giving you the brush off. You're just getting back at me, aren't you?
Excuse me? How could you say that to your boss?
You're not my boss anymore. You're twice as old as my husband and I. Don't you think it's a little cringeworthy for a middle-aged guy to be salivating after a young woman? A former staff member?
You little ungrateful sneak! All I was trying to do was make office life easier for you, so you can do your job. To take you under my wing and teach you the ropes. That's all.
Really? That was your intention? You seemed like you wanted more than that. That's why I refused. What was so wrong about that? I did my job properly and on time. There was nothing to fault me for.
You think you're going to get away from insulting me like that, you spoiled brat?
I've talked to my husband already. I'm recommending that he resign.
What? Are you serious?
Goodbye, Mr. Johnston.
You really have nerve. You know that? You're just going to convince the guy that you rely on to live day and day to just up and quit, huh? Yeah, right. You do that, and you guys will be left homeless and penniless in no time. Good luck with that. You really screwed up, Sandy. I thought you were a bit attractive, and I thought I would give you a chance. But you decided to throw it all down the drain. I can't figure you out. But do as you like. I don't give a damn.
Good morning, Sandy. Are you up? I just took a look at my smartphone. I didn't check it since 2 days ago. I see you had a little conversation with Mr. Johnson. Didn't go all that amicably, it seems.
Yeah, right. Not a real friendly conversation, I suppose. I saw your phone on the bedside table and I was going to turn it off. Then I saw all those message notices on there that I just had to see what it was about. Could have been an emergency. Well, it was all Mr. Johnston. He was trash-talking you as usual, and after reading it, I just couldn't take it any longer. I just blew a fuse and just let my feelings out. I'm sorry.
Don't be. When it comes to my well-being, you always tend to blow a fuse.
I'm really sorry, Travis. I really shouldn't have gone off on him like that. Without first talking it over with you, but I just can't stand that guy.
Don't worry about it. No problem. Actually, I'm thankful for what you did.
Huh? You're okay with it?
He was here earlier. He stopped by to drop off his laptop.
Why'd he do that?
He said I had a lot of time on my hands while I'm here, so he told me to get to work on some urgent documents.
Wait, what? Are you serious? He was there this morning?
Relax, Sandy.
How can you be so calm, Travis? You're recuperating from exhaustion, for God's sake. And he's making you work? That guy needs a little more talking to.
Yeah, right. But all the same, relax. Because you told him off, he made the mistake of handing me some helpful materials for my payback plans.
Huh? What's the laptop got to do with your paycheck plans?
You'll find out soon enough. I know this is all hard on you, but give me a bit more time, would you?
Yeah, okay. If you say so, Travis. I'll leave it to you. But just don't do anything rash. You got that?
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Sandy.
Hey, Travis, are you still faking that exhaustion charade? About that assignment I asked you to finish up. I thought I told you to complete that by morning. I was expecting it to be uploaded to the cloud file, but it's nowhere in sight. What's going on, buddy? I'm having a meeting in an hour. I need those files. Do your job, for Christ's sake.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
I went all the way to the hospital to drop off my laptop, and this is the thanks I get? You lazy bum.
I'm sure you noticed, but I'm lying in a hospital bed right now.
Yeah, I can see that, but all you're doing is sleeping. You can move those fingers and tap away at that keyboard, can't you? I had the forethought to take that laptop to you so you can get your work done and save your job. Can't you see that, for crying out loud?
I'm very sorry about this, Mr. Johnson. I know you need those files, but I was ordered not to work and to get adequate rest while I'm here.
Excuse me? Am I hearing you right?
I'll give your laptop back to you later, okay? You better have someone else work on those documents.
What the hell are you even talking about? I never gave you such orders, and Mr. Bain didn't either. Oh, I get it. Doctor's orders, huh? The doctor ordered you to take it easy and not work, is that it?
Yes, as you say, the doctor did say that, but...
These doctors, they always exaggerate these things. You know that. Just ignore the guy, would you?
Yeah, but this is a request from the company, and I can't very well ignore a request from the company now, can I? Or do you want me to just disregard company policy?
Like I said, I never gave such an order. Are you deaf now?
This is a request directly from the president of the company.
Hold it a sec. What did you just say? The president? The head of this company?
That's right. The president, CEO of the company. He contacted me directly and ordered me to rest and not work.
Why in God's name would he do that? Why are you even connected to him? You're just a lowly staff member. Why would he even be aware of your presence?
It was that laptop you brought me. Yours, wasn't it?
Excuse me? The laptop I brought you? I have no idea what you're getting at, buddy.
I'm sure you know, but about 10 days ago, the company set up a special online hotline that allows staff members to add comments directly to the president of the company.
Don't tell me you went ahead and...
Yep, that's right. I put in a comment. That laptop you brought me was already registered to the hotline, so all I did was include my name, employee ID number, and my comment. Darn it! I thought I put a lock on that site! Back when the special online hotline was established, I was pretty out of it, working every night till quite late. I wasn't really in the frame of mind to be checking the details of the site. I had no idea that you could converse directly with the company president about whatever topic seemed important, whether it be grievances about the kind of coffee in the staff lounge to unfair work environments. But once I was able to recuperate in the hospital, and as you say, have a lot of time on my hands, I was able to think straight and check the details of the hotline. Thanks to you, one thing led to another, and I was able to contact the president directly. Are you friggin' serious? As this is the case, I have decided to resign from the company. What? You're quitting? Yes, I sent my resignation letter directly to the president himself. Wait, you sent your resignation directly to the company president? Yes, that's right. He discouraged me from resigning, but I had already made up my mind. So, why the hell do you have to resign? My uncle owns a small company, and he offered me a job there, and I decided to accept. I decided on resigning and taking this new job, mostly because my wife urged me to do so, and the new job seemed a lot more interesting. Interesting? So this job you got now, it's not very interesting to you, huh? No, it's not. I gradually lost interest in the job. There was zero motivation or any sense of purpose in the work I was doing. So that's how you felt about this job? Are you making fun of our work here? No, not at all. It's just the motivating factor of the job, that's all. First, the senior management I'm supposed to respect and learn from try to seduce my wife. Then I try to help my wife by reporting it, and you guys enact revenge by making me work overtime day in and day out, until I ended up in the hospital. Let me ask you this, would you want to work in a company like that? I'm pretty sure I know what the answer would be. That all depends on you. It depends on if you have the guts and perseverance to make it through the rigorous demand of being a marketing manager. Clearly, you don't have what it takes. Well, if that's the case, show the other staff members that you have what it takes as an example to others. Do your own work for a change. Instead of just talking, giving orders, I urge you to put the work in yourself. Until you do that, none of your staff will ever respect you. Shut your damn little trap, you little smart mouth! How can you talk to me like that? As for me, I'm going to use up all my remaining paid holidays I wasn't able to use and resign. I think I'll rest up a bit before starting my new job. Oh yeah, almost forgot. I just talked to my lawyer. I'm planning to demand compensation from both you and the chief manager, Mr. Bain. So expect a letter from him in the near future. Compensation? Are you serious? Very serious. Like I said, my lawyer will contact you from now on, so I probably won't be seeing you again. Hold it a second, Travis. You can't do this! I can, and I will. Talk to my lawyer. It's been a pleasure working for you, Mr. Johnson. Goodbye. Well, after that conversation, Mr. Johnson and the chief manager came barging into the hospital demanding to see me, but were chased off by the staff. They made such a racket that the hospital even threatened to call the police. As they were leaving, Mr. Johnson shouted towards my room, "The president can shove it!" Or something to that effect. But as luck will have it, the president himself was visiting me right at that time and heard the whole thing. He was furious and rushed out to confront them in the hallway. Sandy was there too, and she said those two guys were as white as a sheet. They were practically on their hands and knees apologizing. The president was so angry, he later closed that sales office for good. The other staff members were transferred to other branches, but Mr. Johnson and Mr. Bain were both fired. They tried to get another job elsewhere, but since the president had a lot of connections and pull in the industry, their efforts failed miserably. I heard Mr. Johnson is currently unemployed, but still has considerable debt hanging over his head thanks to me. I later heard he was married but got divorced shortly after this incident. Apparently, he's working various part-time jobs now to make ends meet. Not sure what happened to Mr. Bain. He paid the compensation and just up and disappeared. As for me, I'll be starting that new job next month, so until then, I'm taking it easy. Sandy took a few days off, so we're headed down to the beach over the weekend.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.